Have you ever wondered who had the very first email address and who did they email? Or the first Facebook account and who did they tag in their pictures? What was in their newsfeed? Bring on critical mass theory. There has to be a group of people, typically the innovators and early adopters, who are willing to take the risk and try a new technology in order for that technology to succeed. This group of people is known as the critical mass. This small segment of the population that chooses to make a big contribution to the public good. Technologies become more useful as people are added to the group of users that use the same technology. This is known as universal access. Critical mass also includes the concept of a tipping point. The tipping point occurs at the level at which the momentum becomes unstoppable for that technology. Let's look at an example. The fax machine technology was invented in 1840 by Alexander Bain to send messages over wires. Within a few decades, the newspaper industry used the technology to send pictures over wires, but the technology was limited to a small number of news organizations. In the 1960s, the fax machine came to America, but businesses ignored the technology because few businesses knew of another business that had a fax machine. Finally, by the 1980s, enough businesses had fax machines that they became widespread. The fax machine was the first technology adopted out of fear of embarrassment that someone would ask, "What's your fax number?" In 2 years, the fax machine became a business necessity and reached its tipping point. Again, the tipping point occurs at the level at which the momentum becomes unstoppable, the point at which we know we would never go back to an older technology. It's important to note, without a critical mass and a tipping point, a technology cannot fully succeed.